And, well, hello, my dear viewers, my dear friends. Welcome to the early release of this week's chapters of One Piece and Boku no Hero Academia. Not in this video, of course, but on the next. Yes, for some reason, the chapters have, I don't know what that pause was just there, but never mind. For some reason, the chapters have released earlier. And now we have this week's chapter of One Piece 878, the captain of the Mink Guardians, Pedro. So we see Luffy, Zoro, and Usopp riding on bunnies. I'm sure that this doesn't have any connotation with carrot, none whatsoever. And we see Luffy eating some sort of dumplings, I would guess. One of the bunnies has a scar. I'm sure it represents kind of Zoro because of the scar on the eye. And this one represents Luffy because it just stole Zoro's sake. Yeah, why is Usopp here then? Never mind, I missed those two. I hope Wano comes quickly. Ooh, color cover page. So we have the Straw Hats eating watermelons with this. Wait a second. I remember these cats. This is the same place. I dare say this is the same place as where we saw Nekomamushi in a cover page a while ago. The Whole Cake Island arc reaches its climax. Color cover. It has been reaching the climax for a while now. Anyway. Alright. A true man I see, let's go with 50 years, try and survive this. Once upon a time, for Zeppo's sake. Ming Tribe, Guardians Chief Pedro. Ooh. Okay, so then Sparrow takes him away of the Whole Cake territory. Nice. How old are you? With 50 years of your life taken away, you've now in effect lived 77 years. Holy heck. So Pedro was 27 years old when he faced Big Mom. Nice. I'll make sure to at least choose where I die. The Nox in the Nox Pirates. Does it refer to the night? That's a pretty depressing name. Ooh, oh my... Oh! Roger, Lord Odin, allow me to accompany you. I guess it means that there's no such thing as an endless night. Boy, you gotta stay on standby for now. My time is limited. Listen up, everyone. Sooner or later, listen up. Everyone sooner or later gets their own time to shine. Pedro, they say Roger's dead. In other words, Nox the Night really means this. He met Roger. Holy heck, this just adds... I think this is not to be unexpected. I think we've known that Pedro has actually met Roger. So it wasn't stated per se, but I think I at least always consider it kind of a fact that he actually met Roger. But to really see it, it's pretty cool. Like, and we rarely get to see Roger, so every little bit counts. The dark before the dawn. Oh ho ho. If I can serve as the foundation for the world that the masters await, well, I couldn't ask for anything more, and I should have time enough to do just that. So he was 27 years when this happened. With the 50 years he had taken from him, Pedro says he effectively would live to be 77 years old. So he then waited how many more years? Because we don't actually know how old he was when Roger died. So we don't effectively know. Do we know how long ago he was at Whole Cake Island before the main saga? Like before the main story ever began? I don't think they have stated it. I don't remember. Was it? It must have been a long while ago, because I believe it was because of that and him and Zeppo disappearing that Beppo actually went out of Zou to search for Zeppo. And it was then when Beppo found the hard pirate, so that must have been a pretty while back. And we're back to the present time when Pedro blows himself up. It's so good to see that Pedro had history with at least 4 members of the Big Mom Pirates. Big Mom herself, Pero Supero, her first son, Peckhams, who was not a member but eventually became a member because of him, and he fought against the Mago before, so he came he came face to face with Big Mom once again, although she's in a sort of berserk mode. He faced Tamago once again. He confronted Peckhams back in Zou, and, well, I guess not and, because they haven't seen each other since Peckhams disappeared. He confronted Peckhams back at Zou, and now he's managed to supposedly blow himself and Pero Supero up. So basically, he almost got it back against everyone he faced all those years back. Of course, that being said, if he actually dies, and Pero Supero dies as well. No way, brother Peros. Okay, so the candy actually melted. That doesn't necessarily mean he's dead. It might just mean that he lost control of the fruit, so he blacked out for a while. So Big Mom even tumbles down from the explosion. The firstborn. Lord Pero Supero was he brought down with the explosion. Pedro and Brooke and Chopper awake. Of course, Carrot wants to go and help Pedro. Poor Carrot. He saved us until just now. The chance we would get out of this safely was 0%. Can we fly, Nami? Preparations are complete. Okay. We are off, man. If we let this second go to waste. Luffy is actually surprisingly calm. I like it. We'll never be able to face Pedro again. I like this. This is the Luffy we need more often. Good. I like this. I like this scene a lot. It shows that Luffy, even if just now, it shows that he understands the situation. He'll grieve if Pedro dies, he'll grieve later, but he understands that this is not the time for grieving, and they should not waste the opportunity that Pedro created for them. Very nice, Luffy. Very nice indeed. Leave the sails as they are. Chopper and Brook, you guys' conscience. Set bearings to northwest. Fire Kuda burst. Tell me what to do, I'll do it. Big Mom is coming to life. Every last one of you bastards getting all fired up. Out there you will heard Lord Pero. All ships aimed for the enemy vessel and prepare to fire. Oh, carriage going on for Katakuri. She isn't cut out for the sword. Don't butt in, Pedro. Carrot will become a great swordsman under me. Doesn't matter how you do it, become a strong warrior. And wait, everyone sooner or later gets their own time to shine. Once again, this is another nail in the coffin, pardon the indiscretion, but this is another nail in the coffin that Carrot will join the Straw Hats under Pedro's dream. She'll take forth Pedro's words and she'll aim for her time to shine. Her dream will be to get to her time to shine. It's nothing that grandiose watching from the outside, but for her to fulfill the dream of someone she held dear. I mean, if we think about it, it's basically every other dream, almost every other dream. Brook aims to see Laboon again, because his crew, the people he loved, wanted to see her again, and he'll carry that over. Nami wants to draw a map of the world. It was a dream she had, but Bellemare believed in her, and so she will want to fulfill it so that Bellemare can see how far she went and how she's grown. Luffy wants to fulfill his dream to make due for Shank's sacrifice of his arm. All of them have a dream in which they believe, and someone else dear to them also believes. So I just think that Pedro needs to stay dead. No matter how it goes, Pedro needs to die, like literally. So moving along, we'll see how this goes. We still have 10 more pages, we're good to go. So Carrot goes on, but she gets quickly dealt with. As long as I'm here, you won't be going anywhere. This ship will set sail. I'm its captain. Damn right you are. It will only if you can manage to drive me out. I still don't understand this fruit of his. Like, how can Luffy's haki... How can he not be pierced by Luffy's haki? Like, I still don't understand that. Is Luffy not using haki? Or... It doesn't make sense, especially since now his fruit was changed to a paramecia. Because I'm certain that before, Katakuri's fruit was named as a Logia. I might be wrong, but I'm sure of it. His fruit was named as Logia by Capone. Maybe it was a translation mistake, but damn, that's a big mistake. Elephant gun. Okay. I see, you're right. If you do that, I won't be able to do anything else. So he grabbed Katakuri with elephant gun. Understanding it isn't gonna help you do anything about it. Even the cannonballs are alive. Here we go. I still find it hard to believe that a ship can fly, though. There's Big Mom. Don't eat the ship, please. Oh my god, she's eating the ship. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus, Pero is alive. He's lost an arm. Damn. Last time shot, my candy armor's been completely destroyed. Damn, how has Pero survived that? Still, he lost an arm, but how does he survive that? Jinbei, Brook, Chopper, Carrot. I promise I'll be back. I'm leaving the rest to you. Oh, I think I see what he's doing. We'll see. We'll see. The cannon fire is getting closer to us. We're flying right. Then take Mr. Shark over here, please. Ah, there we go. Kuda burst right into Big Mom's face. Kuda burst in her face, and Mr. Shark goes flying with them. Among here, the enemy vessel has escaped into the skies. Oh ho ho. Wait, where's Luffy? Yep, he went to the mirror world. God damn. It's Straw Hat, you damn right it is. He broke the damn mirror. There's no escape. If I can't go, you can't go either. Damn. Here we can fight all we please. Who will decide the future? Why does it have to end? Why? At least we have a chapter next week. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so some considerations. As much as I think it should be, I still don't believe 100% sure that Pedro is dead, because we know Pale wasn't actually declared alive until much later during a cover story arc. So yeah, I wouldn't want. I've said it many times in this video, last video was all about it almost. I don't want Pedro to come back to life, like, especially after how damaged Pero Supero got from that. If Pedro isn't anywhere near dead, I'm gonna be really sad, because it will take all the action, not the action, but all the sentiment, all the reason for that scene, for that sacrifice. It will make that sacrifice unworthy. Much like it was with Pell. Pell managed to evade a 5-kilometer radio bomb. Some people actually use that as an argument to say that Pedro is alive. If Pell can get himself away from a 5-kilometer radio bomb, then Pedro can survive a few dynamite sticks. To that I say, there's a huge difference between them. Pell was a devil fruit user, a Zoan flying devil fruit user. Like, he had one of the 5 documented devil fruits that allow the user to fly. One of the 5. The other ones we know, besides his one, is Marco's. I don't remember if we have seen any other bird type devil fruit. Some people speculate that Lafitte has one. We now have Momonosuke's, but that's an artificial one, so it doesn't count. So yeah, we have Pell's and we have Marco's. So I don't really remember if there's a third one. I thought there was a third one, but I can't remember which one it is. So, and he could have granted there was precious little time left. when he took the bomb to the skies. But being a flying devil fruit user, it's not entire implausible that he was able to escape the majority of the blast radius, because we see that the bomb actually exploded a fair bit above the city, not by like a mile or something. So Pale could have dropped it at a safe distance. We saw him ascend to the skies in the anime, but actually we must not get the anime that much into consideration, because it always adds up to the sentiment of the scene. As far as we know, Pell just dropped it at a fair distance. He could have just flown away. Pedro was strapped. The dynamite was tied to his chest. The explosion was point blank. Pell could have easily got away from point blank range. And that's maybe how he escaped, with a massive scar, granted, but he escaped. Pedro, on the other hand, was the center of the explosion. And let's face it, Pedro has much more in stake to save than Pell. And yes, I know this assumption sounds stupid, but hear me out. Sure, the bomb in Alabasta was going to blow an entire city. Thousands of lives would have been lost, including that of Luffy and the Straw Hats. Sure. But the stakes back then, I think to me that the overall stakes of the story itself, of the world itself, weren't quite as great as they are now. So Pell surviving makes sense. Like, he's dead wouldn't really feel, it would feel like a worthy death, like him dying to save the kingdom he loved, the princess he loved as in caring, not any sort of affectional love. But to save the king, the kingdom, the princess he loved, to save his new friends, because after all the Straw Hats became sort of their friends. And I think that Pell surviving was for order to save him, mayhaps for the reverie, or mayhaps, if you have seen my reverie theory, for something that might happen in Wano, if Vivi ever gets to Wano, that is. But at least for the reverie. Pedro's death has a much bigger load on it. There's much more at stake in his death. Like, event-wise and actually lore-wise. Because they are up against the Yonko. There must be casualties. Like, the fact that no one from Big Mom's side, apart from the ones she herself killed, the fact that there are no casualties on her side makes me a little bit bummed. Like, I still hope that Pero dies, if nothing else by her hand, because she said, if I don't find any cake on that ship, I'm coming back for you. So maybe Oda can work something out to have Pero like begging for his life and end up dying. Like, if anything else, I hope that happens. So it's as I've been saying from not the beginning, but somewhat midway through this arc. We are up against Yonkos. This is an argument you've been hearing me saying a lot, and you will keep hearing me saying for as long as One Piece lasts, or the Yonkos last anyway. Because the Yonkos will last until the end. If nothing else, Blackbeard will last until the very end. So we are up against Yonkos. The reason why Big Mom is the first is to give a glimpse of what's to come. I've no doubt that Kaido is how many times stronger than Big Mom? Blackbeard can't even be accounted for. The man is hunting devil fruits for his crew. Like, he himself has 2. What if he manages to give 2 to all of his crew? Or at least 1, but imagine his crew members with overpowered devil fruits. We're already seeing Big Mom's crew's powers in terms of devil fruits are OP as hell. She has a daughter that can control an entire dimension inside mirrors. One of her sons, one of her most powerful sons, can make his body of a substance that supposedly not even Luffy's haki can hit. Another one, Pero, was able to encase people in candy, effectively mummifying them or fossilizing them like some sort of amber. So then there's Smoothie, who can stretch people out of her essence or blood or something and effectively killing them probably. There was Cracker, who could build an infinite army out of biscuits. Imagine the fight against Kaido and thousands, maybe not thousands, hundreds of Zoan Devil Fruit users. Granted, they are artificial, but still. And we have the commanders, who everyone thinks to be ancient Zoan fruit types. We have Jack, who has the ancient version of the elephant fruit. We have X-Drake, who has the ancient fruit of the T-Rex. I speculate that the Queen representative character of the Three Calamities has an ancient devil fruit as well. So the scales just keep getting it, and let's not forget, Zoan types are best for close quarters combat. But the topic is out of hand now. I want there to be a sacrifice. I don't want there to be a sacrifice in every saga. It doesn't need to become a staple. But for the first one, I think it's important to remark that it can happen. Luffy himself, I spoke of this already. Luffy himself has shown a great attitude in this chapter. Instead of just rushing in to see if Pedro was alright, he just said, no, we can't waste this, we can't. Luffy had one of the most decent decisions he could have in recent events. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, please do correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember such a well-placed and well-thought decision from Luffy's part. Like, I'm sure there must have been one, at least in the new ever since the post-time skip, but I failed to remember. So please, if you do remember such decision, please do let me know. But to me, right now, as of this moment, in this chapter, Luffy's composer and overall decisions were the most well thought and executed he could have done. Instead of just rushing in, he said, no, we cannot waste this opportunity. That guy who is friends with us for like what, over 2 weeks tops, like, he sacrificed himself for us. That was his time to shine. We cannot let that go to waste, otherwise we won't be able to face him in the afterlife. That Luffy's decision, Pedro's words about everyone will get their time to shine, I think those are the statements and actions that put the final nail in the coffin to say Pedro is dead. I will be very, very annoyed if Pedro comes back to life. I don't want it. Like, if the saga didn't turn out like this, I would welcome him with open arms. I was already seeing him as a replacer for Nekomamushi. Not quite as a replacer, but as a representative of Nekomamushi, leading the Minks the main squadron in the Straw Hat Pirate fleet. I said this last video or some other video. I said this before. But now, with the course that the story has taken, I think this is the best course of action for it to go. Okay, enough of Pedro for now. Let us speak about something that I was trying to research while I was speaking, but I got distracted speaking. You guys know me. I always like to get distracted. Katakuri, like Katakuri's fruit, the Moshi Moshi no Mi. The wiki states it's a special type of Paramecia. It's a special Paramecia type. Allows him to create, control, which is part of Paramecia types. Control is both Logia and Paramecia. And the transform. The transform here is the important thing. Because transformation normally isn't something that Paramecias do. Paramecias only are able to alter the body, not completely transform it. So the fact that he can transform into Moshi, it's what really sets it apart. And now that I think of it, this devil fruit was initially introduced as a Logia in the magazine release, I believe on the Shonen Jump release. However, on the volume 86, which I believe it's the most recent volume. Yes, it is. It's the most recent volume that was released it was released a month ago, actually. So yeah, it was changed to be a special Paramecia type. Yeah. I don't think that there's something very poorly explained here. Because even if he's able to transform into Moshi, Haki should be able to hit him. You can't convince me that Luffy wasn't using Haki on those two occasions. Like, there's absolutely no chance. Luffy uses Haki for every single one of his techniques ever since the post-time skip. Heck, even to defeat did he use Haki to defeat the Pacifista? He used Kembo Shoku, but not Busoshoku. So yes, I use the Japanese names of Haki. I might mispronounce them, but I do use them. So he used Kemboshoku, which is the observation Haki. I don't think we saw him using the armament one, the Busoshoku. Sentomaru said he used Haki. He didn't specify the type of Haki. But seriously, if this fight needs a chance to even succeed on Luffy's side, Haki must work. Like, there's no way. We can't really see Luffy's arms when he attacks Katakuri, but we see him using Elephant Gun. And actually, when he uses Elephant Gun, the Moshi actually is able to pierce through Katakuri, so Haki does work. However, the scene before, he could have just used Jet Bazooka. He doesn't even name the technique. From what he's using Gear Second because we see the smoke. But I doubt he's not using Haki. Even on the last chapter, when he used that Gatling attack, he should have been using Haki, and he probably was. Let me check it again. So he used Red Hawk against. Okay, so on the scene that he uses Red Hawk and Katakuri stretches his arm, they are both using Haki, so I forgive it in that time. But next, I believe Luffy uses Red Hawk. Not Red Hawk, sorry. The Hawk version of Gatling. The Hawk Gatling. Yes, the Hawk Gatling. This is a Haki attack. So why are the attacks piercing through Katakuri? Like, it makes no sense, to me at least. But anyway, now that I sort of clarified myself on that account, that Luffy is actually able to hit Katakuri with Haki, this is going to be a better fight from now on. So probably Luffy will unveil a new form of the Gear 4, or he'll use the Boundman. We do not know. We know Boundman, Tankman. Maybe there's a new form we are yet to see. Maybe this is going to be a sort of fight against Don Flamingo. First he'll use Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd. He'll come to realize that he must go Gear 4, and he uses a form of Gear 4 we have not yet seen, because he has no chance of using Tankman, because he's not fool enough for that. And Boundman, Boundman is used before against Cracker, so I think that for Katakuri he will come up with something new. Not entirely come up, but he'll show us something new, something that he has trained and hasn't felt the need to use up until now, because against Flamingo he used Boundman. I keep thinking that I'm going to say Boundman wrong, but I'm not, because the form is called Boundman. So he used Boundman against Cracker, so I don't think he'll use it again. Has he used Boundman against Big Mom? I actually don't remember. I saw a fan art in the end of the chapter, and I don't actually remember if he used Boundman against Big Mom or not. I'm gonna have to reread that to be sure. Whew, I am parched. Really, we are almost 40 minutes in the video. This is how much I like to speak about One Piece. One day I should do a live stream of me like playing some game or whatever and just speaking about One Piece non-stop. You guys probably wouldn't like that. If you do, well, if you do wanna see that, please do let me know. I will consider it. I'm crazy like that. I'm ready to spend like 2 or 3 hours speaking about One Piece non-stop. Other stuff too, but I'm ready to start speaking about One Piece. I could go on for days now, but I don't have time for that. I have other things to do. I have the Boku no Hero Academy video to record. Holy heck, I am so parched. I'm gonna have to go and drink some water. Luckily I have some on my bottle over there. So yes, my dear friends, my dear viewers, and this is it for One Piece this week. A fantastic chapter. Oda didn't fail. He never fails. Sometimes he tumbles, but we all do. We are all humans, so we all tumble from time to time. But he did not fail to deliver. He delivered a chapter, a good chapter. We had everything that we could wish for. We had Roger. We have Pedro's sort of flashback when he was a little kid, little mink kid. We had a kudo burst on Big Mom's face. I was forgetting to speak about that. My God, what was that? The closer they have been to actually deal damage to Big Mom. A kudo burst in the face. So, very, very cool indeed. Where will they land, I wonder? Will they land closer to Cocoa Town? Will Sanji be able to deliver the cake to Big Mom, or will that part be left to Pudding and Chiffon? I think, now that I'm speaking of it, allow me just a few more minutes of your attention. Don't turn off now, please. I think that for the progression's sake, that should be left off screen, or at least the Straw Hats shouldn't be there anymore. Like, Pudding and Chiffon delivering the cake to Big Mom should be done without the Straw Hats, and that means Sanji, because otherwise the Straw Hats will never get rid of Big Mom. I think this was the last interaction that they had with Big Mom. Okay, I can forgive Sanji interacting with her, if only briefly. because he has to then get back to the Sunny, which is now a very good point. How is Luffy going to get back in the Sunny? I think that Luffy, after defeating Katakuri, will go out in a mirror in Chocolate Town. Maybe there he will meet Sanji. They'll deliver the cake. Like, Luffy will make a statement with the defeated Katakuri, and he'll go like, you know, I defeated two of your sweet commanders. We managed to calm you down with a cake. Like, we lost a friend in here. Like, we are still ready to go. We still have things to adjust. But you know what? We're gonna go, and you're not gonna follow us. And this will be said to the crew, not Big Mom. Big Mom will be out of the picture. She'll hit the cake. She'll be like so happy she'll faint. Something like that. And Luffy and Sanji, maybe the others, maybe Sunny will be anchored nearby. Maybe they'll replenish the cola supply, ready for another Kudo burst, to effectively getting out of there. And Luffy, Sanji, Jinbei, Brook and Chopper will be like this. Luffy will be speaking, or Sanji will be speaking, and they'll be like, we went through a lot. You lost a lot of people. We lost a dear friend. We rescued our friend. We did what we came here to do. I defeated two of your sweet commanders. I defeat Cracker. I defeat Katakuri. I defeat a lot of your homies. My musician defeated a lot of your homies. He was able to steal your three poneglyphs. Not technically not steal them, but he was able to make copies of them. So, guys, don't come after us, otherwise it will be bad for you. We are up to here with you. They will mark so fierce a position that the remainder of the crew will be like, you know what? She's out for the count, but then she wakes up. She'll know of all of this. You have until she wakes up to get out of here, because when she does, we will go after you with everything we have. And Luffy will be like, do come. We will be expecting you at our full force. Full force meaning the whole crew together. Damn, I just love how I can come with theories now. I should write this down. Maybe present it better in another video, but I don't know. My dear friends, my dear viewers, this is it for this week's chapter of One Piece. 43 minutes. I love this. You guys won't love this at all. Or maybe you do. I don't know if you like long videos or not. You actually never gave any feedback on that. I guess we'll see for the amount of views this video receives. Please do give your opinions in the comment section down below. If you enjoy this chapter, once again, I make the question, do you want Pedro to be dead? Do you think he needs to die and stay, do you think he needs to stay dead for the story to progress forward, to give some reason to for the story to advance? That's another good point. That's in One Piece only happen when things need to move forward. Ace and Whitebeard died because Luffy and the current age needed to move forward. Thanks to Whitebeard's death, a new age has begun. Thanks to Ace's death, Luffy was able to think about stopping for a while and training. Pedro's death will have to serve for that, as the marker of we are against Yonkos. If we don't want to lose anyone else, we'll have to make this count. So, do let me know all of that in the comment section down below. I say my goodbyes to you until a few minutes from now, because I'll be recording Boku no Hero Academy right off the bat. I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.